Morning guys, we're in southwest Wyoming and we're going to be hitting the road today to move a little bit further west. We're going to go down probably to Salt Lake City and then back up into higher elevation so we can get some better temperatures. But yeah, it was really nice last night, our first night like in the upper 60s, very comfortable. Had the big blankets out in the van, it was great. It's a work day today, so I'm getting some work done this morning. I had to charge my laptop, so I'm running our inverter off of our power bank in the back for the first time on the trip. And so, let me show you something cool we picked up from my office. Guys I work with, we do a lot of like field deployment of technology, and that includes with solar panels and generators and stuff. And they had this laying around and said, hey, you want to try this out on your trip? So it's a 400 watt ground deploy panel from Flow. We've got a whole mixture of things in here. It actually had the right ports to plug into our anchor. Now our anchor's charging with 315 watts. Have a full battery in 1 hour. That's awesome. Anything running on the AC power is running off of that. Everything running on DC power is running off of our 100 amp hour red Odio battery I installed a couple videos ago. And we've already broken an arm on the armrest here, so get to fix that when we get home. So that's really cool because I was just going to plug that in occasionally at campgrounds or when we stop places because it's a really fast charge. But being able to run that off the solar, off of that extra solar panel, means that like we can go out deep in the woods, and the Starlink's kind of a power hungry device. I can run the Starlink indefinitely as long as you got a little bit of sunshine with that 400 watt panel. We definitely are power rich. We got a tour video of the whole setup coming soon. As soon as we get out to some public land, we're gonna shoot one. So, you know, if you wanna see the full setup and I'll walk through all the electrical, be sure and stay tuned. Paige and Henry are hitting up the pool here at the campground, and we're about to hit the road at checkout time, which is in 20 minutes.
Them two ninja teams. Cool but rude. Angelo is a party too.
We've stopped for a bathroom break. Henry's been quite the trooper on this trip so far. We are, if we didn't tell you, we're headed north. We went down into Utah, kind of in the Salt Lake City area, and then we turned back north up towards Boise, Idaho. We're in Idaho now, and we're gonna be camping just outside of Twin Falls. We're about 20 minutes or 15 miles from where we're supposed to camp. It is, though, on the edge of some air quality issues. I don't know if you can tell how hazy it is. There's mountains out there somewhere. So we're in a bit of a wildfire smoke area. It's not bad. It just, you know, you just can't see very far. But it doesn't really smell like smoke, and we don't have asthma. No one in this rig does, so like, you know, it's not gonna bother us. But we are supposed to move kind of deeper into it, so we're gonna start looking at the wildfire maps. We knew that this was potentially a challenge. We'll start looking at the wildfire maps and maybe adjust our route based on what we see, based on what the wind does with the smoke.
Milner Historic Recreation Area. You know what they have here, guys? Preserved.
Turn left onto Perch Point Road at Milner.
Ruts from the wagons coming through on the Oregon Trail. Here we are, Idaho. I don't think we have this state checked off our list.
All right, that site was a bust. So now we're bombing down some gravel farm roads, which is too much fun in this thing. RV would be getting destroyed right now, right? To a county park about 20 minutes down the road that looks a little more promising. It was just a little permanent down there, if you catch my drift. And What, Henry?
Driving down a dirt road in the van.
Uh-huh.
Like driving down on one of the smoothest roads ever in the world.
Yeah, no doubt. This part's a little washed out, but if we were going faster, actually, it'd be better. There was like an entire 30-pack of beer bottles strewn around the only campsite that we like down there. Just worth our vibe. I wasn't feeling it. I think Paige was more willing to deal with it than I was.
I'm ready to make dinner, but I got some trail mix, so I'm good to go.
Okay, on to the next one. All right, we found a spot at this other campground. It's much nicer. You didn't get to see the other one, but check this out. Right on the water. It's lovely. This will do very nicely. And we got a mountain view over here. Kind of hard to see.
We're in a routine. Doesn't it feel like we're in a routine now?
I feel like we're getting into a routine.
It feels like a routine.
It's like part of every trip, right? Is like we have to establish the routine. But then also there's like, we're in a totally new rig. And so we have to like, not only do we have to like get into the routine, with the van, we're still like figuring out what the routine is.
Yes, I'm very tired of making decisions about every tiny little thing.
Yeah.
But it feels like some things are starting to be like, okay, this is how we do this.
Yeah, you
know?
park and you do what? And
Yeah.
we're still figuring out like where things go. I just rearranged all the cabinets, by the way, when I was in there.
Great.
But it's like optimizing. It's like, oh, okay, like we're gonna need a hot pot more often than we're gonna need a liquid measuring cup. So I'm gonna put the measuring cup at the back
I
and the
tried
thing
to
in
put
the
them in
front.
the drawer. They didn't fit. When we do laundry, the napkins will not fit.
That's okay. We'll figure it out. We're getting in the routine. That's how we feel right now. Soon, we'll be parked up at places that we can hang for more than a day at a time. We're 1,500 miles in, and like really, we're still just optimizing towards getting across the country. We're almost there though.
This is a new way of doing dishes for me. The soapy bucket, the rinse bucket. I'm really liking it. Did it crack?
One broke.
Look,
It's blowing. It's blowing.
let's see if there's any more.
Let me see.
There you go.
Whoa, that's amazing.
Is there more in there though?
Our camp neighbor brought this over for Henry. It's like a glow stick and a ball.
I've never seen that. That's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're getting a full kettle out of this today. We got one more day of coffee. spilling coffee everywhere.
Good morning from Idaho. We're on the road again, and we actually had to sort of change our route a bit. We were gonna go through Oregon, but there are forest fires really close to where we were gonna camp. So we're gonna go a little south into northern Nevada and camp near, is it Winnemucca?
Winnemucca.
We're going to Winnemucca. We're going to some BLM land for a free night. We have to stop at some point this afternoon for Casey to take a call and have some lunch.
We are still going through Oregon.
Yeah, we're still headed to Oregon. That particular spot was like really close to some forest fires.
We gotta take a different highway into Oregon.
Yeah.
Southern route.
I think in all it adds an hour to our travels, but we're moving pretty slow, so that's kind of not a huge deal. Off we go. Everyone's getting all situated. He's getting his iPad out.
Tomorrow will be 4.5 hours from Crater Lake, but we're gonna be coming up on the south entrance, so we gotta change where we're camping.
I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way. So can you help me out?
We have done a poor job of filming today, I'm just realizing. We're in Winamaka. We just stopped and had some pizza and dessert. We treated ourselves to a meal out. We grabbed some groceries a bit ago, and now we're gonna head up to some BLM land that has some like designated campsites.
We're turning on to Malarkey Street.
Malarkey. Up there. And it's actually so much higher up that it's like 10 or 15 degrees cooler up there than it is here. It's 91 here right now, so. And there's like water, there's like a creek or something, and all the spots are on the water, so that's supposed to be really nice too. We're actually playing with the idea of if it's really nice and we like love it, kind of giving ourselves 2 nights to just chill, because we've been driving so much and it's dumb.
We're at 1,864 miles.
Yeah. Also, we had root beer floats, and it was a real treat, but
Really
we're really
good, but
full
I'm not
and it's
fun.
hot.
Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Can you help me out?
We're scoping on a spot. So far, we really like number 2, and someone's in this one, number 6, occupied.
This is cool though, man.
Yeah.
Trash.
I think so.
No, yeah.
Number 7's down there.
There's, I think, only 10 sites, so we're just gonna drive through all of them.
There's still 3 more.
Yeah. Look at this spot by the trail, Mom.
Okay, that's better because then usually could go on a little
Totally.
cricket hike.
Would you really be kind of
Oh,
tucked up
that's
in
cute
this
too.
one?
I don't know. We're not gonna have
We're
solar
gonna get
at
better
any of them.
solar at the other one,
Okay.
but only in the afternoon. We're gonna be in the shadow of this mountain. All right, guys. Here's home for the night.
We had a long night, but it was alright. I took 2 broken blades into a fist fight.
This is the Water Canyon Recreation Area, just outside of whatchamacallit, Winnemucca. There are giant Mormon crickets here. I was told that they were big and some people were real babies about it. There are lots of them. They're in the roads and like you can't help but just drive over them. But look, they get stuck in this fire pit. Look at my hand for scale.
I made that bridge, and look, that one's almost all the way out.
They're big. They're like 3 of them is a handful. Trying to rescue them from the fire pit. Henry's trying to get wet rocks for them to drink off of, I think is his plan right now.
I put a wet rock in there.
Got the Starlink up so I can work in the morning. We're gonna set up. Maybe this is home for 2 nights. We're gonna find out. Henry and I had creek baths. Well, I had a creek bath. Henry had a water tank bath. And that's the sound of bedtime. The relaxing sounds of bedtime.
The sirens of bedtime.
The bedtime sirens going off. This place is really cool. There's not much to show you tonight, but we'll, you know, show you around camp tomorrow. Get this kid in bed. I got a little work to wrap up today. It's gonna be nice to have a day off the road tomorrow. We've driven minimum 4 hours every single day, and most days it's been more like 6 or 8.
We're gonna spend another night here?
I think we're gonna spend another night here, Henry.
If it goes well tonight.
If tonight's good. All right, we'll see you in the morning, YouTube.
Okay, now we should turn our lights.
Alright, we're getting 240 watts off of our ground array, which is pretty good for 7 o'clock in the morning. And all our rooftop solar panels worried about is keeping our fridge running, which has had no problem. I'm gonna make some coffee.
Trying to find you coffee for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we're down to one pot of coffee worth of beans left.
I'm just making some breakfast. We're like all over the place with this time zone thing. It's almost 9 o'clock local time, but back home it's 11 a.m. So I don't know. I'm making breakfast now and I'll say good morning. Casey's already had his morning meeting. The BLM ranger came by with a junior ranger book for Henry and a bunch of little like hiking maps and stuff, so that was really sweet. I super love to like nerd out about the areas we're staying in, so I'm excited to look at that in a little bit. And we're just settling in. It's a really beautiful spot. I've got the hammocks hung over here. Henry's pulled a chair down there. I think he's trying to makeshift a fishing rod or something. We don't really fish, so he's asking me questions and I'm like, I think you put a thing on the thing and the fish bites it. I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna have some breakfast here in a minute and just take this day easy. Henry and I are gonna do our all the things we brought that are fun to do, which, you know, we haven't really had a lot of time to like pull out all the big art supplies and stuff. So I'll show you that later when we get into some arts and crafts stuff and just some of the other things that we bring along to pass the time while Casey's working, or just to like enjoy ourselves while we're in a remote place like this. You happy with the watts?
I'm very happy with the watts. I'm checking on the watts.
Good watt day?
Watts are good. It's been a very productive day at camp for a non-drive day, but the evening winds are starting to pick up. Since we got our awesome tree for shade here, we're going to go ahead and put up the awning so it doesn't get all torn up by the wind. And we found out that our toolbox that I brought, the big toolbox, is the perfect step stool for us short people to reach up here and do everything we need to do with the awning.
right? Let's take you with trash. We're on a trash walk.
We're walking to the trash can. And it's kind of a, well, it's not quite sunset, but we can see Winnemucca. I remembered. And the crickets. I can see how that turned some people off to it.
I made
made
a
a bow
real
and arrow.
a real working bow and arrow.
Will you shoot it? You shoot a cricket with it? All right.
I've decided we need dessert, so we're gonna make cinnamon rolls.
Okay. That's how you turn the oven.
This is like a welding fabric. It's like heat proof. I found it because it was like commonly purchased with,
That's perfect.
and it blocks all the little holes.
Yeah.
I mean, the wind is supposed to be really problematic for this thing, like
Yeah.
the little... You need to do it with a spoon like it says?
Is it like biscuits?
Then give it the Dada Mojo. So we cook from scratch more often.
Yeah.
You want a spoon?
Sure.
What are you doing? Oh! They all go side by side. They're gonna touch on the side.
Push it all the way up to the edge. There you go.
Right? I'm really excited about this. When I was trying to figure out what kind of hobbies to bring along in the van, I kind of decided baking was a really good one because everybody benefits from it. I know I like to do it because I am always doing it in the RV where we have a built-in oven, and so I've had this particular oven in my Amazon cart for a really long time and finally decided, yes, that's gonna be the thing that I like take a little extra space for and get to experiment with and try to do on the road. It's exciting. I gotta get the hot pads back out. How long did it say?
So like 17
17
minutes?
minutes.
What? Where?
My timer just went off. We're gonna check these. They smell good.
Smells right. Look a little burnt.
They look done.
Not burnt, but
Look how cute.
yeah, those are done.
Those are burnt, super done. Maybe should have checked them sooner.
Okay. The highest score you can, but you can only score every time you get 3 rolls, right? At the end of your 3 rolls, you have to put a score down in one of these boxes.
It goes so compact for what it is. Okay. Where's your weight? Viper, tell him.
So you see what I've been.
Quail.
It's nothing like it seems. What I've been.
Good morning. We're headed into town this morning to get breakfast, coffee, and basically have a big town day. We have haircut appointments for the boys, and we have a grocery list. I don't know if we're gonna do that now or maybe somewhere down the road. Laundry, we're gonna do laundry. Anyway, we have a long list of things we want to try to get done while we're in the lovely town of Winnemucca, and then we're gonna head on the road and hopefully make it just into Oregon tonight. We were looking at the fires and the map last night and found a place to stay that should be far away from all that. So I think we're about 2 days away from Crater Lake. We've been on the road for a week now. And we're gonna take a faster route home.
Couldn't change that, my love. Life has only begun. Our feet were fashioned to run.
mean, don't spill the beans.
Beans procured. I know, we took a gamble just buying beans before we even tried the coffee, but not really because
It's the only roaster in town.
it's gonna be better than anything we can get at a grocery
My other
store.
options was $15 for Starbucks at the local grocery store.
Well, there is a Walmart here, but I know, we took a gamble just buying beans before we even tried the coffee, but not really because
It's the only roaster in town.
it's gonna be better than anything we can get at a grocery
My other
store.
options was $15 for Starbucks at the local grocery store.
Well, there is a Walmart here, but the guys have gone into the barber to get their haircuts, and we picked up groceries real quick. So I'm gonna unload these groceries and make sure our fridge is packed nicely. And then I also have all of our clean laundry to put away. So I'm gonna try to get some things sorted while they get their haircuts started. They've needed haircuts for a while. This is a little bit overdue. They're gonna look very handsome, I'm sure.
Get in there, kiddo.
Oh my God, you both look so good. You feel fresh?
We're new people.
You got a lollipop?
Yeah, they give me a lollipop.
Dang. How was the haircut?
Pretty good.
Good. Oh, that's satisfying.
65 miles of this. I'm gonna try not to fall asleep, okay?
Are you tired?
No, it's just very straight. There's nothing for me to do.
You understand?
Oregon starts very high and then gets very low. Look at that down there.
I can't.
We just passed a hang glide launch. I wish you guys could see Paige just like white knuckling the door over there.
It's so steep.
You can't tell.
different. I'm not
Look,
in the
that's a
driver's
road
seat.
down there. Do you see that
You're
road?
just looking off the road at it.
We're rolling up on the Lakeview, Oregon Fairgrounds, which is going to be our stay for the day. It's cheap. It's $5 to dry camp. They've got showers. I mean, you know, it's a dirt lot basically. Wait, why does it say campsite rate dry camp $15 over here? Which is it? There's two different prices, guys. I came because of $5 dry camping, not $15 dry camping. We're getting too close to a national park and too close to a weekend and everything's booked anyway. This is a cool part of Oregon. That was a beautiful drive.
Now you give him everything he wants. You understand?
Due to my wild success with cinnamon rolls, I'm baking for the second night in a row. This time I'm making some chocolate chip cookies. I'm trying a recipe I've never tried before. Let me show you my cookbook. I'm obsessed with it. Hang on just a sec. I'm making the new favorite chocolate chip cookies from Snacking Bakes. I also have a Snacking Cakes from the same author. The cookie making factory is in full swing over here. I can only bake 5 at a time in this little pan. So I'm kind of burning through some propane, but I think it's worth it. And I'm gonna try one.
But you gotta do me a favor while I want chocolate off your face.
I like it.
It's a cookie. It's really good. Oh, how cute! Oh my god, it's so cute.
It's the frickin' Lane County Roundup rodeo grounds, guys.
It's a rodeo.
rodeo?
Henry, you don't know what a rodeo is? It's a sporting event for people that do cowboy stuff. So people come and watch people doing cowboy stuff out here in the stadium.
Like lassoing a cow from their horse.
Or riding a bronco, or riding a bull.
Yeah.
I wish we had camped our van in this like backlot area. They have hookups over here. And I think that we actually could have camped over here if we had just asked for it. The gate's open. And it's like super secluded and kind of abandoned feeling.
Go down in the rodeo stuff?
No, that's off limits.
Don't go in there.
Oh. Kind of creepy. Cool, right? 2023 Lake County Fair Roundup. All right, so it's just from last year. They're so faded and yellow. I thought maybe they were older than that.
It's been outside for like almost a year.
It's like the fair program. It's like
It
a little,
tells you what time all the events are.
yeah,
Like when the rodeo would be a thing.
yeah, when the rodeo will be a thing. Well, guys, we're in the Pacific time zone, and I'm gonna go ahead and consider this our last stop in the desert because I see pine trees everywhere, and it's all down. We're at the highest town in elevation in the state of Oregon, which means from here we're just downhill to the coast. So we're done with the desert for now. I love the desert. I wish hopefully we get a week on the tail end in the desert, you know?
We'll see.
We'll see what happens with the temperature. It's hot. Stick around. We're going to Crater Lake next. You won't get to see inside the park. That's how that works, but we'll be in the area around it.
We're not actually camping in any national parks, so
No.
you'll see everything you want to see.
Yeah, we'll show you we've got some cool campsites that we picked out along the way. And then we're headed to Crescent City, California, Redwoods National Park, Highway 101 down the Pacific coast. 3 more weeks to this trip,
Yeah.
at least.
We gotta get back to get him in school.
He's got to go to school. It's super lame. All right, we'll see you in the next video.